right, welcome back. Welcome back. 307. What a great fucking move to the upside, huh? Yep, yep, that's what it is. That's what happens. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. So now we're above the previous high again. The question is, will it stay? Um, my personal view right now is it probably won't. Okay, I know it hurts, but that's the way it is. Now look at the volatility. What a big pullback it had, right? Huge, but it's still above the previous close, and it's still a rounding bottom. All right, still a rounding bottom. Nothing has changed. All right, just a big fuckery move for the day. That's it. All right, so a little pop on the equal weighted S&P, dividend weighted, no recovery, barely anything. New York Stock Exchange, bounced off the bottom here. Let me fix it here. Broke a little bit below it, whatever. Close enough for government work. It has kind of the same kind of megaphone structure. Dow Jones back to break even, right? So this is again, it's a fuckery move. From a failed move comes a fast move in the opposite direction, straight up. Let's see if it can push through here. But up until it does break above, then right here, till it breaks above here, you want to go for the short. All right, you want to go for the short. S&P back into structure, but again, I think this is going to fail. I don't think this is gonna last. Give me 1 second, please. 1 second. Craziness. All right. All right. So yeah, remember that when price moves in such a dramatic fashion, it's there to entice emotions, right? It's trying to get an emotion out of you. It's trying to get you to do something that you may or may not want to do, but you think in the short term that it matters. So then they get you to react, and then they fuck you. All right. And remember, volatility occurs at turning points. So when you start getting this volatile at near all-time highs, that's a small subtle signal that this could be a reversal. Okay, I'm not saying it is. I'm just telling you that that's the way the rule of thumb goes. All right. So you look at the volume by price from here, and you see there's no volume down here. Nothing. Nothing. Okay. There's no volume there. Uh, Nasdaq. Okay. Again, failed move, fast move, and even if we give it the benefit of the doubt, this is where we said this morning that you're going to probably see a bounce. Sure enough, that's exactly what happened. And most amount of trade went in here. You see, once it hit open waters, right up top here, once it hit open waters, there's no volume here, right? So of course it's gonna scream higher. But now it's starting to roll over. So my bias is to the downside into the close. All right. So that's about that. But again, you got to pay attention to these things down here. They're quite self-evident. Self-evident. Point of control from the previous low here is all the way up top here, and that's exactly where price went at 12,730. All right, so we'll see how that's going to play out. Small caps still in this rising F flag, bear flag. Sorry, not F. Okay, so not even close to the top here, right? Not even close. This is a big ass fucking. uh, gap up there. So that's weakness. That's weakness. One of two things is going to happen. Either this thing is going to start to collapse, or it's going to start going sideways. Correct? And then you can look for a move up if you're a bull. Okay? But whatever it did today, um, it's a fuckery move. Is what it, you know what I mean. Whatever it did doesn't signal something bullish. All right, because it broke. It needed to correct, and that's a sign of danger. All right. Transportations filled the gap. IPO continues to go higher. The fangs, they bounced off this support area, still going sideways. Europe pulled back, trying to come back up, but the damage is done. Right, damage is done. UK broke, damage is done. Europe, I'm sorry, not Europe. Germany, minus will be Europe. Germany is still in the megaphone structure. Uh, Denmark is doing really good, really strong. World stock market index, damage is done. And ex-US, damage is done as well. Okay. Again, this can either go sideways, okay, and that's fine, or it's going to have a deeper correction. All of these, same thing. Jets trying to get back into structure. If it pushes up much more, that would be a nice buying opportunity because from a failed move comes a fast move, right? So if this manages to start to break here, all right, then you can look for another move to the upside. China right back down. So look for this one to start to break down possibly tonight or tomorrow. Um, Again, the fangs of China, they're still holding up. So they're doing okay. India, there's no recovery there. Japan, broken. Taiwan correcting through time. Cosby is still lagging. Saudi is still weak. Australia broke down. Damage is done. Brazil coming down. World's emerging markets. Okay, again, damage is done. And this is why it's important to really look at the overall message of the market, right? Because it'll tell you what's going on. It's not your normal kind of it's a recovery. We're going to new all-time highs. No, 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 no. But you can see the damage. Right? It's everywhere. Okay. Bricks broken down. We'll see how this plays out because it's still kind of sideways. Right here. Still kind of sideways. Real estate kind of trying to break down. Financials, they've actually performed fairly okay. And again, it's because of those stock buybacks. Oil. Oil just explored the entire range now. And we said this morning that this is a range expansion now. Okay. Let me fix this a little bit. All right, so it just explored the range. Let's see what it's going to do from here. All right, gold, okay, up and down, not much. Silver is looking good. It's a nice breakout. It's okay. Commodities doing okay. Palladium, kind of hanging on there. Copper, a little bit of a pullback, no big deal. Agriculture is testing the previous high. Okay, and corn pushing higher. Wheat, look for this one to break out at some point. Soybeans kicking ass all over the place. Nat gas, Bitcoin. All right, a little bit broken. Let it settle down. Let it settle down. Litecoin is down 9% for today. Ethereum is down. This is why I don't like these. This is why I don't like them. Ripple is only going to be interesting if it breaks above here. Okay. Dollar right back down. Look at that. Whoa. Whoa. That's a big fucking move to the downside after, popping so strong. So we'll see. We'll see. You could get a bounce from here. All right. You could definitely get a bounce. All right. Dollar Japan. Euro is still right back up. See? Right back up. I know a lot of people are like, oh, no, this is going to crash. This is, it's going to fall. It's going to do this. It's going to do that. No. There's no evidence of it so far. Okay. You can make an argument that you may have this rising wedgie looking thing. Um, that's fine, but it doesn't mean that it's a reversal. Pound right back up, so that's good. Skip this, skip this. USD CAD right back down. Australia right back up. New Zealand right back up. Dollar right back down. Okay, so from the currency standpoint, we still have a weak dollar and things are back to normal. All right. Now, remember that this is more for my subscribers. Last week, there was a shift that occurred. It was a one day kind of funky shift in the whole portfolio that should not have behaved in that manner. And then the next day went right back to normal. Okay, and then you had another shift, and then went right back to normal. So there's something funky going on in the markets for sure. There's no doubt about it. But you keep having like these small little earthquakes that are happening. Sometimes they lead to something big, sometimes they don't. The 10-year continues to rise. Okay. Royal Caribbean, these Apple bounce back into structure. Amazon weak. Microsoft is doing good. Facebook a little weak. Netflix, Google, I think, is something you can buy. Nvidia weak. Tesla, nothing yet. PayPal's pushing up very nicely. So Google here is a nice risk reward. That's why I'm saying it's a nice buy. All right. This is something you want to own. Because again, if it starts to fall apart, well, you know where to stop out. If you get the next bounce back up, well, that's a nice little trade. So the risk reward is very compelling here. You can make a nice 6% move, right? 6-7%. That's not bad. I'll take that. All right. I'll just quickly go through the airlines. The one you could own here as a good risk reward. And I'm not sure, it's going to hold or not, but it would be Southwest. Southwest. Even though this is a corrective structure to the downside, you can still get one more up. If we hold today and everything, kind of tries to struggle to get back up tomorrow, well, you can make a nice little trade here, right? Because it's holding, it's correcting through time sideways. So the downside risk is, it's a lot. See, sometimes that's why you got to measure them. Sometimes the eyeball is going to deceive you. Yeah. No. Well, if it comes back down again against this trend line, I think you can buy it for the upside, right? But that would give you almost 16% upside with a few percent to the downside. All right. So hold on one second. All right. Sorry, my dodgy was freaking a little bit. All right. So let's see what's going on here on the shorter time frame. All right. So it's kind of rolling over. You got another M pattern here with a bear flag. Okay. So here's the M pattern. Here's the bear flag, trying to hold on above the previous high. Okay, so that's what's going on there. Nasdaq is down 0.56 for the day. S&P is down 0.8. Right, so it's a big improvement. Remember, we hit that 2% average, uh, not average, extreme normal for the day. Right, that 2% we went 2.1, I believe, and then we got that big bounce. Right, so be aware of those percentages for the day. Very important. Very important. We're trying to build some volume right in here now. Okay, where the void was. All right, so let's see now that uh, what should happen is price should come down here. Right, back to the point of control. Let's see what happens. Again, it's this little bear flag right there. Right there. Let's see how it performs. If if it breaks out, then it breaks out, right? Then we start going to new highs. Let's look at the VIX. VIX starting to kind of roll here. All right. Starting to lose faith, yeah. I feels you, brother. That's what the market does. It's gotta convince you. It's gotta convince you. It's gotta convince everybody. That's why you gotta be quick on these trades. Um, I have to harness my short-term trading again because I've gotten away from that a long time ago. But in this market, you gotta be a quick day trader. Boom, in and out. See ya. All right. All right. Let's see what happens here. All right, transportations are to fill the gap, pulling back. All right. All right. Be right back. All right. There you go. It's starting to break down now. Let's see. It has to pass this previous low here. Right. Right here. It's gotta push through. Otherwise, just gonna be another bear flag. So it's 3:31. So we got another 30 minutes of trading. All right. So we made a nice move all the way to the upside. 1.92%. That's huge, huge. For an intraday, it's very big. Uh, VIX steadily starting to rise. So, all right. Let's see the S&P. S&P has the same little bear flag right in here. Okay, so again, the bias is to the downside. There it goes. See? See how it just broke? All right, same thing here. Boom, broke. So look for downside. Look for downside. Okay, M pattern, yes. Rounding top, yes. There it goes. But what a wild ride, right? Look at this moved here, then you get this, and you get this, and you get this. Again, if you don't know how to read a chart, how to structure it properly, forget it. Forget it. Seriously, it's you're lost. No MACDs, candlesticks, RSIs, blah blah blah. None of that stuff is going to help you in these kind of markets. Nothing, 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 nothing. It's just gibberish. Gibberish. That's why it was so important today that we at least tested the previous low and we didn't have a higher low. Because if we did, then I don't think I would be negative here, right? I would be looking for more upside. But because it did test it, right, then that signals weakness. And it occurred exactly where we anticipated it for it to occur. It happened on the high end, granted. It happened up here at the top, right? And then it started to go back up, but it could have gone deeper. But at least we knew where to look. And there goes the Nasdaq, 334. All right. So now again we're building a flag right here, right? And we're also testing the previous high here at the same time. So it's got to make a decision now. Does it want to start to break down or does it want to start to pop back up? All right. All right. So let's see if it crosses this trend line here. All right. It's bouncing off this previous high here, trying to hold. All right. So again, don't forget two questions. What is it trying to do? How good of a job is it doing? All right. So it's trying to break out of this channel here. All right. It's trying to break out. Let's see how good of a job it does doing that. There it goes. Can it hold, or is it just going to be one of those, crosses the line and right back down? We'll see. So now it's not doing a very good job, is it? Trying to break out. So the next point that would be nice to take a short would be somewhere, if it got up here, it would be somewhere right in here. Building some pressure here, right? So that's bullish. If it comes up, breaks through, and then comes right back down, it just hits stops, right? Let me get a little bit more precise here. Actually, it didn't break it. Remember, it shouldn't violate. It shouldn't violate price until you get the confirmation, right? Once you have the confirmation, 342. Let's see what the VIX is doing. Still round bottom, right? It looks okay. S&P. Try to come back into structure. Small caps. Yeah, see, small caps they're not doing what they're supposed to, right? All right, let's wait for the last 2 minutes of the trading day. Yeah, these markets, they're not easy, Jacob. It's true. That's why you got to be very quick. Got to be very quick. You see, it keeps coming below that, um, what do you call it, the previous high, right here. I'll make it different color. I'll make it, I don't know, black. So we know what the previous high is, right? It can't hold above the previous high. That's negative. Uh, Again, when you get these kind of emotional moves, right, to get you to react, and remember, there's guys that once they see this, they're going to go short somewhere down here, right, and then it rips up on their face. They stop. It starts going down again. They short again. Rips up back on their face. Okay, and then they kind of give up, or they'll keep shorting it, right? Um, it's painful. It's painful when you start chasing shit like that. It's very amateurish. So the negative is, look, you got a higher, I'm sorry, you got a lower high, right? And then you get another lower high here if it holds. Okay, so the trend is starting to kind of roll over, right? And then if you can't hold this previous high, then the likelihood of it going much lower increases dramatically. At the same time, you have this rounding top, right? That's not good. So now it's setting up for another drop. Setting up for another drop right in here. And what happens after that is once you try that a couple times, you're chasing after the fact. It's kind of like a roulette table. You know, it falls on red, and it's like, okay, I'm betting red. you know, and it starts to to hurt you after a while because as soon as you bet red, it says nope, it just bounces right over. Now it's black. It's a weird thing that the mind does. There it goes. See? Again, what is it trying to do? Well, it's trying to break the trend line. How good of a job is it doing? Well, we'll find out here soon. But a little more downside. All right, here comes the last 10 minutes. And the funny part is when people chase like this, um, when they chase like this, they get burned 2, 3, 4, 5 times, whatever their risk tolerance is. And then when the drop does come, they don't take it now, and that's going to be the drop of the drops. And then as soon as it goes straight down, they'll be like, ah, fucking, I knew it, da da da, blah blah blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but that's an amateur move. That's why it's so important to understand bare knuckle charting, right? It's important to understand it, to know how to read a damn chart naked, just the way it is. So damn important. You know, you want to go do Elliott waves in this one? Go ahead. Good luck with that. It's not Elliott waves. It has nothing to do with that. Again, the more you practice doing this, and you should do this in a practice account, of course, the more you do it, the more that you train your eyes, right? And the easier it will become to get good risk reward trades. Because you can't tell what the future is. Somebody comes out right now, tweets something, poof, goes to the moon, you're fucked. Right? Nobody has a crystal ball. So far, I would say it's doing a good job, right? So let it go. Keep asking yourself that question. What's it trying to do? How good of a job is it doing? Right? All right. So 8 minutes left to go in the trading session. A wild, wild Monday. it goes. I didn't know that the Dow would go up. I think you mean it just generally, like you knew. Let's take a look at the VIX. Right, turning back up into the close. Right, see it? Nice round bottom, and then whoop, gradually, then suddenly. That's how it's setting up. S&P. Small caps. See, small caps haven't broken yet, but they're building that pressure right here, right? Trying to hold that trend line. It's building pressure. It can go either way, right? So if you're a bull, you want to take this trade. And then if it falls down, you stop. But if it starts going up again, well, you can make some very nice duckies. Ah, there it goes. Look at that move. Unbelievable. Look at that. Wow. That's crazy, dude. That's just nuts. Nuts, nuts, nuts. All right, 5 minutes left to go in the trading session. Here we go again. Here we go again. The plunge protection team. Go, 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 go. Bye, bye, bye. Bye. You're going to miss out. How can you not laugh at this? How? How? It's such a joke. Such a joke. Still rounding. Unbelievable. All right. Let's see what it does. See, now it looks like it just took out stops. That's it, right? Because it came up, it had 2 bars, 3 bars. Now it's pushing lower. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Certainly, the whole thing here. I mean, this doesn't look like anything, right? You can't even chart that. It's just gibberish. Certainly, you can look at this structure to the upside. That makes sense. That's okay. But if it falls back into structure, it just looks like gibberish. It's nothing. All right, there's the last 2 minutes. Let's see what it does. Yeah, see? It started to bounce here, right? All right, go, 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 go. You're gonna miss out. Go, go, bye, bye. Bid up price on yourself. All right. Plunge protection team for you youngsters. Back in 2008, at the bottom, 2009, um, the hyperinflation experts, that doom and gloomers, every day towards the end of the day, especially the last half hour, the market would go straight up. And they were like, "Oh, that's the Fed. That's the plunge protection team coming in trying to save the market. This is bullshit. It's manipulated." So I used to make fun of those guys because the economy was starting to recover. Everything looked good. Again, it was a financial problem, right? It was a banking problem that was taken care of. It was taken care of. There wasn't the same kind of scarring there is in the economy right now, where everything just went to fucking shit. So I used to make fun of them. Peter Schiff will come on, look what's happening, blah blah blah. Everybody's like, "Oh, Peter Schiff is right." 10 years later, they're still saying the same shit. uh, the plunge protection team. All right, so the market closed. All right, so it closed towards the top of this line. This is going to be the new trend line. All right, we can short against this now. Okay. Probably what it needs is just more time to kind of consolidate, and then probably we'll see something like this. All right. So take a look at the market internals. Let me refresh this. Red across the world. All right. Financials kind of held it up for today. Retail a little bit here, some mining. Market internals. Let's go to the 1 day. Financials led the way. Information technology. It's not that bad in terms of you know uh, the structure here. And the way you can tell the structure. Do I have it here? Uh, Give me 1 second. Shit, it's not here. I thought I had it somewhere here. Anyway, let's see the 5 days. 5 days, financials, materials, technology. And it looks okay. You can't really determine anything from this now. It's just kind of going back and forth. Um, we'll see. I think again, as long as it remains above this previous high, the bias is to the upside, but how many times has it violated it now? Twice, right? You got the lower highs. Um, it's not looking too good. All right. We'll see. If it breaks above, then you can take it to the long side right here. No problem. All right. Breaks out here. Off you go. Take that shit. Take that shit and make some money. All right. So that's it for today. Anybody have any questions? Very difficult market. Again, if you don't understand how to read the market with bare knuckle charting, it's going to be very difficult for anybody to make any kind of sense of all this. All right. So that's it for today. I will probably come back again tomorrow. And thank you very much for coming. Don't forget to come down to patreon.com/RealMacro. Subscribe, like the video. All right. Thank you again. And I'll talk to you. Thank you, Alessandro. Take care. Bye-bye.